car of the folks that came to see us from Japan last year. That car's sitting in storage in California waiting for him to get back. He's in the Marine Corps, he's in the Air Force. Yeah, Ben Truesdale. And Ben did that, took the window out and etched that by hand. A drop at a time. And I remember somebody asked me, how much you can charge that to my car? He said, oh, $3,000 or $4,000. And here we are in Des Moines in 1989. Deb and Fred Thomas is our host, the 10th anniversary. And 90 will be in Tonawanda, New York. Keith Heisman and his wife acting as the host, and I believe Marie Schechter again. And that was the home of the Cosworth Vega Engine Assembly Plant. What's in the future for CVOA? That's a good question. I don't think any of us really know. But I think there are some things that we can think about that I'd like to bring up this evening. One of the things I'd like to bring up is that our club is successful. It's successful in terms of members, it's successful financially, and I would like to see the club look outward instead of so much inward. I would like to see perhaps the executive committee consider setting up a scholarship through the Society of Automotive Engineers, $500 a year or something like that, to help a worthy young man go through school or adopt a child through the Christian Children's Foundation. That generic term lies in the family of man. That's with a large M, not a small M. Something on that order, where we can do something for other people than ourselves. And I think really a service organization has that obligation to the community at large. There should be some project that this club can take on that will get us outside of our Cosworth Vegas and outside of the hoods of our cars. Another thing I would like to see, these are just sort of my wish list, I would like to see the club grow and prosper. If I can have the next slide. Now, every member of this club is a recruiting officer. You should be. And if everyone at this roundup just found one new member this coming year, just one new member each, that would be great. That would be great. If everyone in this room could just find one new member next year, and surely you can find one. I don't care where you live or how far out in the country or how close in the city you live, surely you can find one additional member that you can recruit yourself. And I'm sure that everyone here knows someone with a Cosworth that doesn't belong to the club. So keep that in mind. Let's go to the next one. So what I'd like you all to do now is stand up, raise your right hand. I'm serious. Stand up, raise your right hand, on your feet. I want you all to touch the wrist, and I want you to do this in blood. No, I want us all to pledge that each one of us will create one new number. And all
We can do that. We can do that.
And the committee says, on the other hand, we have 5 fingers. I will pledge to get one new member for this club next year, and I hope everyone else in here can say the same thing. And let's come here, let's go to our roundup next year in Tonawanda with 60 or 70 or 80 or 90 or 100 new members that came from the people in this room, not from our advertising, not from the efforts outside, but from the people in this room. And I think we can do it if we set our minds to it. There isn't any reason we can't. We all know how to recruit people. We've done it before. Next slide. That's the end. Thank you for thinking.
Thanks a lot, Bob. That took a lot of effort, and a lot of people contributed to that, and we'd like to thank them all as well.
Right. Yes, I'm here. I suppose it's time to say thanks to Deb here. She's done a lot of organizational work for this roundup. Kept me motivated at times when I thought it was very difficult to strive to get things done. Debbie's a patient woman at times, and all I got to say is, Joe Hooker, young lady, thank you for all your work on this roundup.
about looking to the future. And so I think right now I will turn the meeting over to Bob Chin, who will tell us about our future officers. Bob?
Well, starting off, I just thank Bob Lloyd for even forming the club, because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here. And I'd like to thank all the members too, because if it weren't for the members, it wouldn't be called either. I'd like to thank Fred and Deb Thomas, who've been planning this roundup for at least 2 years, ever since they handed over the opportunity to have one. They didn't waste any time. So, Fred and Deb, thank you very much. Well, we finished the year, and this year, as far as elections, a little bit different from most, we actually had 2 people running for one office. It's been a volunteer sort of thing. I'd like to thank Clark Kirby, who I met back in 1981 in Detroit. We've been working together as officers for at least the last 4 years, and I think he's done a hell of a job. Thank you. Okay, starting from the top, I guess most of you know I'm staying as president of the club. Mr. Bonhauer also ran unopposed. He's staying as a vice president of merchandise and tourism. Of course, we had a small battle between Bob Lloyd and Paul Wicker. Everybody.
That's no comment.
All the directors had ballots that they voted on, and the new vice president of membership and finance is Paul Wicker. I'd like to thank everybody who came out here. Hope you have a safe drive back or flight, whichever way you decided to come here. For those unfortunate drive, hope it's cool like today. Plus the black cars and black interiors. I hope everyone had a very good time. Talking to Keith Meiswinkle and Maurice, they went up to Tonawanda 2 weeks ago. It seems like Don Rust, the plant manager, seems very enthused about having us come up to the plant, and it looks like they're willing to help us out as much as they can in the event, as far as planning and awards and some other things. There's still a lot of details to be done, and I'm sure Maurice will keep working at it. Unless there's anything else to say.
Next year, being that it will be the 15th anniversary of the Cosworth, it obviously will be a very special roundup. And to start off that anniversary, it's going to be the first year that the roundup will be extended to a 3 full-day roundup. So, obviously the main part of the roundup will be the planned tour at Tonawanda with the original engine builders, which when we had that last year in August, at the local meet, it was extremely successful. So, being that it is a very touristy area, and one of the things that was mentioned as things for the family and kids to do, there was plenty of activities on both coasts, Canada and the United States, to be able to participate in. And mentioning about drag strips, we have located one up there, and we are considering it as an event. In fact, I think it is a half-mile drag strip up there, which is very popular. And it's very close to the Tonawanda area, so we can have a little look at it in the next event. Just as some unofficial information, which Ron Ross, which is extremely enthused about the Cosworth, and I'm sure you've seen the little package we've got there with the history of Tonawanda Engine Plant. It had a very well-written paragraph on the Cosworth. They have stated that they will sponsor us in a capacity to help lower the cost of the Roundup, because unfortunately, the hotels, being that it's a very reasonable price of $49 or so around here, hotels in that area are a bit more money. So what we're hoping to do is to be able to use the sponsorship to help reduce the cost, to make it feasible for people that bring their families. So we are trying to make it same level as what we have over here. And hope everybody can come, because it's going to be a very special Roundup. Being the planned tour will be on Friday, because unfortunately Jim does not operate on Saturday, and I don't think anybody would want to see a plant that's not operating. It would be very uninteresting. So the planned tour will be on Friday, and it will probably be about 4 hours long, which covers three entire plants. We'll be covering the new 3.1 motor, covering the new Mach 5 V8 motors, and I believe 4-cylinder Cavalier motors. Also the piston manufacturing plant.
All right, you know, will it be the same date? Will they be operating?
So far, we've checked in that area. One of the things obviously of concern is that no other activities or clubs or whatnot are happening in that area, so we've pretty much set that it will be that weekend, first week in August, 1990. And it will start, registration will start Thursday night, and activities start Friday morning. I guess that's it, and I want
I have to say something real quick, as far as Maurice is concerned, let's hope it's not model changeover, they shut down the plant. That time of year.
No, we make sure that didn't happen.
One last thing for me is that if anybody feels they have a good picture of events over this weekend, we could always use the pictures. It's kind of hard to participate, run around, take pictures, and try to keep everybody else satisfied. Kind of tied down a little by Mr. Chittister, but we had a major problem we had to fix, so. Like I said before, everybody have a safe trip back, and hope to see you next year.
Okay, please feel free to hang around and mingle and visit for a while before you go your respective ways. I believe the bar is still set up back there, Mary? Great, and the bar will be open for a while, so please stay and visit. We'd like to talk with all of you before you leave. Good night and have a safe trip home. Thanks again for coming.